Hello and welcome to Dots to Lines. My name is Aditi and I'm here to have some heartfelt conversations with y'all. I've always believed that stories help us form connections and relationships. Whosever story it may be, we surely find something to relate to and learn from. It may be inspiring, heartwarming, and sometimes just about a different perspective. And here are some such stories to keep us all going. Today's episode is an insight that I gained from a recent conversation with a friend. The thought struck a chord, and I realized how valuable a lesson it can be. Respecting our garbage or litter. It's something that we've heard very often, something that we've been taught at school, at home, and a lot of us just take it very lightly. Now, this garbage is a metaphor for many things, and I'm going to be focusing on all of those in today's episode. Now, to begin with, I'd like to share my friend's thought itself. So, he said, I've come to realize how important it is to respect our own garbage. Although sometimes it served its purpose, at least that's what we think, we really never know when we need it again. Now, this thought dawned upon him when he had a piece of paper scribbled with notes and he thought that he was done using it. He crushed it and from a distance threw it towards the bin. The way he threw it, it landed amidst a lot of the other garbage, and within seconds, he realized that he hadn't made note of something from that paper and he needed it back. So, this made him walk up to the bin, look for the paper, pull it out, and reuse it. And this then made him think, had I respected it, kept it with me, and later put it in the bin respectfully, I'd maybe not have to go through all of this. Like I said, a small thought, but a valuable lesson on respect. Oftentimes we're taught to respect people, to respect elders, children, to give respect, to earn respect back. But I think respecting our own litter is so significant. Now, in the same way, when we don't respect our litter and don't take the necessary measures of disposal, we end up with dirty surroundings. And over time, this litter only attracts insects and pests and then can lead to illnesses. And that's the main reason why we've always been taught to keep our surroundings clean, to keep ourselves clean in the same way, hygiene. To think of it, it's also applicable with the thoughts in our head. It's the same thing. We carry litter in the form of negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions towards somebody, towards ourselves, and let it breed. And by carrying it for too long, we just give it space in our head to live. And over time, this clutter only leads to stress, anxiety, triggers fears, and the like. But imagine if we shift our perspective. When we learn to respect this clutter, we learn to accept it for what it is, understand the reason behind it being there, and then begin decluttering. Won't it just create more space? And with this free space, I think it would just make us all more creative, more productive, bring in joy and vitality. This same theory is also applicable to our own bodies. When we eat food, the entire process of digestion and excretion is nothing but taking in the energy and nutrients required by the body and then disposing the waste. And we all know when our organs don't function in the adequate manner and this disposal of the waste does not happen the way it should, it causes a lot of discomfort. So it's a process that all of us are really aware of. So I think This analogy is really simple, but it's a really effective one if you come to think about it. And in summary, I'd like to say when we begin to respect everything, be it our physical litter in our surroundings, our clutter in the mind, or in our body, we just become more mindful of its purpose. Before we were able to label it as litter, it definitely has served some purpose. So, by being more mindful of its purpose, we're able to accept it, we're able to acknowledge it, we learn the lesson it needs to teach us, and we're able to move ahead instead of staying stuck in the same cycle over and over again. Hope you had something to take away from today's episode. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.